2006 BMW X3 ignition coils. We put in some bad coils, or some coils that we thought were good. When the receipt came and we put them in, and then we noticed says basically says a Bosch style. So don't be fooled by the perpetrators. So I went out and got me some brand name Bosch. This is a replacement part number. It replaces the original, which is 221-504-100. So this is a replacement for the 221-504-100. So let's get this off real quick here. This is just a 10 millimeter. Four 10 millimeter bolts. The ignition coils that I put in last time, just about a week ago, it seemed to misfire, and it might have even shorted out my starter, because I had to end up replacing my starter. Let's just set those aside, and then we'll start taking these off. So here's one. Looks just like the originals, but no brand name, no marking, nothing. So those are going back to the factory. I'm gonna go ahead and take all 6 of these out so I don't get them mixed up. Not that I would, but this is a nice trick. I saw somebody do this in my research. Whenever I'm working in my car, I'm always doing a lot of research. Make sure we do it the right way. Charlie here. Charlie, too intense. Let's get these all disconnected. And what I also noticed was strange was my when I pulled out my oil dipstick, it seemed like it was sounded like it was boiling almost. I don't know, it was kind of weird. So guaranteed to fit, not necessarily guaranteed to work. So here, let's go ahead, open up the Bosch here. Put these together so you can kind of see the difference. Let me see. Inside too, but they say look inside to see the pins and. But yeah, you can see here. Maybe you can't. Let me see. This one's marked Bosch right there too. It's got a little marking on the other side too. Some type of marking there. Anyways, BMW seem to be picky in terms of the type of equipment. It feels much better, I guess. These are made in Slovenia, so we'll see how that goes. Oh, they fit much easier. It's like a Christmas present. Two down, forward go. Nice, freshly wrapped there. With the starter going bad yesterday, I couldn't even start the car to put it up on the ramps that I got. So I still had to jack it up yesterday. These were about 35 bucks each, cost-wise, but in terms of I'd rather not waste time. If I'm gonna go to a shop and he's gonna charge me $2,500 to fix my car, and I can fix it for $300. To me, that's a deal. What's your time worth? Oh, they fit so much more snugger. Simpler to put in. The other ones I had to force them in almost. Okay. Oh, and also to do the starter, when I did the starter, I see so many people, they take this whole thing apart here to get underneath there, and they take all the bar off and all this other junk. And when you could do it right from the bottom, I did it from the bottom to replace my starter. And I took it in the first night to get it tested. And the guy said, oh, it passed the test. But it was like 5 minutes to close. So I came home, I told my wife, I was like, oh, it passed the test, so we got a good starter. So then oh my gosh, what's wrong now? Trying to troubleshoot a BMW, right? Then this morning, after I dropped her off, this is her car, I went back to the AutoZone and they tested it again, and we ran a couple tests, and of course it came up a pass, but then it came up a fail, fail, fail. So it was starting, but it wouldn't start. It was starting, but it wouldn't start. So before I put that thing back on, I said I'm gonna go get it tested again, because the guy who was doing it didn't really look like he knew what he was doing. So, and then they had the part at another store, so I went over to the other store, and then we tested it again. So, and then it did the same thing. And then we put the new one on the tester, and you could see how the starter popped out each time. Whereas before it would spin, but it wouldn't necessarily pop out. So, and sometimes it wouldn't even spin. So, put the new starter in, got that all done from the bottom of the car, people. From the bottom, starter gets replaced from the bottom. It's very easy. I have that in another video. Okay. Okay. Those are all in. Okay. Here. Now, time for the glory. Put that on right now. I'm gonna go in the back and reconnect the batteries and then fire her up. Everything else is in place. Let's see. All right, I got the battery connected. I got the starter put in. Now let's, I got the new ignition coils put in. Everything else is cosmetic from here. All mechanical pieces are in. Let's go start her up. Start right up. Give it a couple minutes for the computer. Oh look, it just started a nice hum there.